running towards the front for a lot of the race are still out as well. But yeah, I assume they're going to be coming in this time as we're getting towards the halfway point in this race. Almost 15 minutes to go as they get towards the end of this lap. As Pfeiffer here getting a nice little bit of bump drafting there as they come towards the pit entry, and there's so much variance with everyone slowing down as well. Got to be careful not to run into anyone or cause any issues.
I think that might be speeding in the pit lane. I believe that might have been Angel Manuel that might have been speeding in the pit lane as we're 4 wide on pit lane, but once we get into the actual pit lane sequence, there is no contact in the lane. As I believe Rokas to be and Philip Bertram as well. They're not in the pit lane yet, but they are on the back an extra drive-through penalty as well. There is Mike Bartmann, our top qualifier when it came to the pre-qualifying to get into this event, just on the rear end of Dirk Pfeiffer, doing his best job to push. No?
Yeah, try. Oh, okay. So I just seen what livery there, and that was a very good one. I didn't pick up what you were putting down, unfortunately, for this one. But yeah, the best push from the 2 best cars with only 3 minutes to go. They've got quite a big gap in front of them actually, so they're probably not going to be doing that. But what they can do is hold on from Zebdir behind them and really put themselves in a good position for the start of race 3, as they're going to be keeping themselves out of trouble.
As expected, taking another win, by the way. Fantastic stuff. Fowler, then Shimmy, Heck, and Bartmann, your top 5. Pfeiffer, Latkovsky, Slivic, Manuel, and Zabdir are your top 10 that will be flipped around as the rest of your runners and finishers come not in the corners.
Oh, we've got a return of the best slipstream in the house.
Nice. See, you're onto it now.
Yeah, I'm onto it. All over it. I'm all over it. Bartmann is pushing his way towards the front with Pfeiffer just in front of him, and Manuel, who started all the way at the front, now dropped down to that 12th place courtesy of a pretty poor start, and then just getting absolutely romped with the slipstream coming out to turn 2. And it looks like this bump drafting could work with a bit of side-by-side action into turn 1, although actually looks like they just pulled out of that. So behind them, Zetek is looking to come past as well.
Yeah, I think so. Zabdir did, I believe, start from the pit lane, currently running in 25th position in a bit of a solo drive as Bartmann. The slipstreaming at its best ended pretty poorly on the exit of turn 2, as straight up into the barrier Mike Bartmann, and that is a pretty damaged front end on that Camaro. I don't think that one will be getting up to 300k once again.
Yeah, that's not going to be the best aero that he could have done.
Well, so it's a new one, I'm sure, for this racetrack going around on the oval. In this, it's more, I'm not going to pass you. Sit on the yellow line, I'll bump you, we're going to push, we're going to work together, and we're going to try and just hang on to the lead, at least for now. This grouping, though, this is costing them an awful lot of time.
Yeah, certainly is, and this is why the gaps can spread out fairly quickly. If you start battling, sort of messing around, not just sitting in a nice line, you obviously just slowing yourselves down, and then getting that time back is so difficult. Apart from if you see a big slipstream train, as you're getting a bit of a quad pack there, going side by side through turn number 2 onto the back straight.
Oh my!
And we get a little bit of contact, but then you see the slipstream, the 88 car, they're coming down the inside, getting so close. And Zetek there on the inside, going to be making up about 3-4 positions.
Yeah, that was very much classic Dega style there, in how they were pushing each other in basically 3 little packs of 2s. On the back stretch. Andre Zetek, though, nearly got himself to the head of this field, of this grouping rather. Unfortunately, was not able to do so. It is the yellow and black car of Dirk Pfeiffer at the head of it. Bertram behind, then Zetek, then Mabbott, then Fenn, then Moyne as well, just on the rear end of this grouping, as we've got 3 of the green cars. They're still not in turn 3, they're in turn 2. It's not as fun saying it that way, is it?
Yes, certainly not, but just look at this pack once again, getting a bit of a run there on the outside as Pfeiffer getting a push from Bertram round the outside, and now we're getting Zetek come past as well. This who's that in the middle? Gomicia getting a bit of a losing battle here because he's lost. The cars going past him are just absolutely flying away from him as we get the 3 green cars. We've got Labette there getting past. Is he going to be able to get past the inside? Yes, he is. And Zetek is losing another couple of positions.
Yeah, I think so. The reason why, by the way, we're
not quite able to, as he's going to have to bounce off him once again. Fenn holding on there in that 9th position. but actually, I think Dos Santos may manage to get there just in the end.
This is why I like oval racing, by the way, is look at this train coming through. Those two are absolutely flying. Who even is that? I think that might be Pfeiffer and Bertram, who have come from absolutely nowhere to just go, oh, you were battling for the top 10, were you? See you, mate. Don't worry about that. We've got this one covered.
I love how you can just steam past people when they just pull away. It's quite crazy, the science and the aerodynamics that goes on around here, but when you're going 300 k's an hour, the air movement is quite significant because of obviously the mathematics of dragging all that squaring, getting very important as you get to the higher speeds.
Just got to say, by the way, the lap times that those two are setting, Bertram and Pfeiffer, they both just set the fast lap of the race. I think anyone's really surprised. It was, though, half a second faster than basically anyone else on the track. Half a second.
Yeah.
Around Daytona. They're going to grab that. They're going for fourth, and that is not a joke.
You gotta love a slipstream.
Love it.
A bit of bump drafting, because also the thing is when you
have grabbed sixth position now, so clearly there was a big issue in that mid-pack. Not necessarily sure as to what's happened, but these two won't care one bit as they continue to set just absolute dynamite lap times as they will go and grab themselves. There's fifth place. See you in a bit, mate.
Oh my lord, just absolutely freight training these guys. It's awesome to see. And that is obviously the best way of getting towards the front. So this is looking really good for these guys. And they, as you say, are going to be potentially fighting for this good position, because I think
they're definitely
it is a bit
fourth.
too far now. Yeah,
they're definitely getting fourth. Because the speed... Oh, Moy with the drive-through penalty. Did see another one being pinged as well, just a little bit earlier on in this race. That one from Zetek, the one that I'm alluding to a little bit earlier. So there's another one to dish out. Obviously, we had quite a few. It's the expectation is that we're going to get a load of drive-through penalties. There is this duo up into fourth and fifth spot, and very well deserved. They have been bump drafting better than anyone else, working in such a great contingent. It's why they are so fast. It shows how much faster they can realistically go if you have two at the front of the train that just work together. 14.3 seconds in 5 minutes though at Daytona. I'd love to see it. I don't think we will.
Well, if they strap a few turbos on, they might be able to. But yeah, just as it is going to be quite difficult indeed, because as you say, half a second a lap, which means they're going to need 28 seconds. 28 laps, I mean, which is obviously not going to be too good evening of racing. And it was actually Bertram in the end, P4, getting the fastest lap there with a 0.277. But look at Pfeiffer behind him, also a 0.277, just showing you how close those drivers got. But in the end, it was Bertram there for that fourth place.
And they both set that on the same lap time. It was that lap when they pushed their way past the top five. They were basically sat together and they pushed each other around all that group. Because they were sat nose to tail across the start-finish line to start the lap, they were sat nose to tail to finish the lap as well. Cam, what a crazy round, what a crazy evening of entertainment. This is why we love doing these random ranked races. The 2.4 hour of Daytona was fantastic, and this was brilliant as well.